Hey everybody, what is up? My name's Mackenzie.
And I'm Jonathan.
We are husband and wife, and we'd like to welcome you to TerreDice.
And today we are very grateful that you don't know where we live because we have secrets for you.
Secrets.
These are the 5 rarest games on our shelves.
So when we say rare, we mean rare, but not in the some of them money value, yes, or some of them just sentimental, but you'll see. These are all rare to us, and I'm really excited to finally unveil these to you. So if that sounds like something you want to know about, then just keep watching.
First up on our list is one of our many out-of-print games, meaning it's out of circulation. You probably will not find this at your local stores.
Very hard.
Yes, and I even will struggle to find this online. But it's a favorite of ours, and that is Honshu. So this is a game that we first played at PAX, I think, with Monique and Naveen from Watch It Played. It's a great little card game where you have overlapping cards that you're building out different neighborhoods, and you're scoring points based on those. The really interesting thing about this is that you have both producers and consumers of different resources that if at the end of the game they're all showing, everyone's super happy. And if you can use those to fulfill the consumers, you will get lots and lots of points. It's card driven, small box, really great game by Renegade Games. I saw it on eBay, so it looks like it's still semi-accessible.
All right, so we started out kind of small, literally, because the box was small. But all the rest of these, we will be upping the level of rarity.
Oh, it's going to get even more rare.
So next on the list is a Goofy Movie, the game. Now, wait, you say,
but wait,
Mackenzie, that's not rare. I could buy that at my local store or at Target. Yes.
Shout out to go buy this at Target if you have young kids.
Yes, but is yours signed by the actual voice actors of Goofy and Max from a Goofy movie? Maybe yours is, but it's probably not. But Jonathan did this for me. He went and stood in line and got this signed at the release of this last Gen Con because I could not go because I was very pregnant. And he actually he recorded a voice message for them. So I'll insert that here of the original voice actors of Goofy and Max, and Goofy still plays the voice of him. He is the main voice actor. So that was super special to me. So this one's rare to us because it is very sentimental and special, and it is actually signed.
You're good.
Mackenzie, what's going on? It's Goofy and Max here. We're sorry that you can't be here with us, but we
signed the game for you.
That's right, and your daughter Maxine is gonna love it.
Next up on our list, if you've been playing Unmatched recently and have been trying to get your hands on Deadpool, it is one of the just brutally impossible to find out-of-print characters alongside Bruce Lee. Now, Deadpool is super weird and fun because I feel like he probably would never be allowed in a tournament because he just breaks all the rules.
Yeah.
But he's just so fun. He breaks the fourth wall. Also, Mackenzie's sister's name is Logan, and there's a rule that says if your opponent's name is Logan, you just immediately always deal 5 extra damage or something. So I love playing this against Logan. That's very, very funny. There's a chimichanga attached to one card by duct tape. It's pretty good stuff.
It's a really creative game because it takes a lot of other unmatched cards and he Deadpoolifies them. He writes on them and scribbles them out and draws himself in there.
Super faint.
Yeah. So it probably wouldn't do well in competitive. It's too strong, but it's very incredibly hard to find, which is probably why it went out of regulation. They don't print it as much, and they said that they won't reprint it because it costs too much to get the copyright again with Marvel. Okay, now we're getting to the 2 most rare games in our collection.
These are actually crazy rare.
This one is so rare we haven't even taken the shrink wrap off yet.
It's the only game that's still in shrink on our entire shelf.
It actually is, yeah. And that is Battlestar Galactica. The board game. Now, what year is this game?
2008, I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
it is. If you don't know, this is based on a popular TV show that I got super into when I was in my first trimester and I was so sick, and we started watching the show a lot. but we happened upon this game. You want to give more detail about it?
Yeah. It was actually given to me from a friend who had a family member who passed away, which was terrible, but he wanted his games to go to people who would actually play them. And after all of those people like got games, then they came to me and said like, hey, there's still some stuff left, and Battlestar Galactica was among it. And I was like, whoa. So I made sure that was like okay, and that was like what they wanted. So we are so excited to be able to play this game soon. So
now we are going to play this game, but we are waiting for the right moment, and so to take that shrink wrap off. So we can't give you a official review of the game, but you do know some of the gameplay. So what is it?
Yeah. Well, there is another game, Unfathomable, which I had actually already bought. So we're probably gonna play that first. But essentially, it is a game where there are hidden traders on board who are trying to take down the ship. The rest of the people are just trying to make it to the end with the ship still intact. And you kind of have to decide who you trust and who you don't trust. But it's a long one. It's about a 4-hour or so game, I would say. And it's full of lots of fun backstabbery and other goodness.
Yes.
But I am super excited just because like we love the show.
The day we play this game, we intend to do a review on it. But we are very happy to have this game, and we are glad it got to move on and live with us in our board game collection to treasure for years to come.
All right, now it is time for the rarest board game on our shelf, which is super rare. It is a 23-year-old game called Star Wars Queen's Gambit. Now this game is pretty crazy looking. Like check a look at this picture. So it has a 3-story board in the middle that is the Naboo Palace. There are then the battle happening in the plains with the droids and the Gungans, and then there's a battle happening in space with Anakin trying to make it to the droid control ship, and then there's even still the generator room with Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon and Darth Maul, who are all battling it out. It is a 2-player game head-to-head where essentially you have to fight on all 4 fronts at once, and if you were to ever let one of those fronts go, you will probably lose in the other ones, and it will hurt you. It's just this amazing game that has how many miniatures? 155 miniatures in it that are all super highly detailed. You have a Queen Amidala and a decoy queen and a Captain Panaka and the whole crew. I think my favorite part about this game is that just everything follows the theme of the story so well.
I was extremely impressed for it being a 23-year-old game, how modern it felt. Because when we play older games that have come out in the early 2000s or before that, the gameplay it seems to fall short. And this one did have things I think I would have tweaked, but overall it was far advanced in its design, and it's very thematic, and they just wouldn't make a game like this nowadays for the sheer fact of how many minis
it would cost so much.
It would cost so much.
Yeah.
And this game wasn't cheap. It was an expensive game. But I bet I need to look up what it retailed for at the time, because I bet it would be nowhere near what it would cost today if they were to make it today.
Oh yeah. But really cool system. Basically, you're laying down and committing the cards you're gonna play, but they're multi-use cards. So if you played Gloomhaven, where you've got the top and the bottom actions very similarly, you can choose a top or a bottom action when you actually get to the card, and that gives you a little bit of flexibility, but you also have to commit some stuff. Really cool mechanics. You gotta watch Anakin, because if he gets to the droid control ship, all the droids shut down. If Darth Maul escapes Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan, he can come running down the hall and just start slicing into everyone. So lots of dangers to look out for. And I love that the Naboo guards can grappling hook up to any floor on the palace, so you can do the whole out the window thing.
It was highly
so many
thematic.
fun things.
I judged him, I will not gonna lie, for wanting this game, but I really enjoyed the gameplay, and it was fun. And I did watch the first Star Wars before playing it just to refresh myself, and when I did that, I was even more impressed with how it played out. And our storyline, it didn't mean to, but it actually kind of played out like the actual movie. I was the
Trade Federation.
And I ended up killing Qui-Gon.
And then Obi-Wan killed Darth Maul.
Yeah. But I think I won. We kind of ended in a draw.
Yeah, we decided you won because Anakin just like pretty much blew up in space. Like he was taking way too long to get to the control ship.
Yeah. Trade Federation.
Yeah, imagine if Anakin had blown up, how different the whole, saga would have been.
Yeah, I know. So that is by far the rarest game on our shelf. And where did you find this?
I found this at Noble Knight Games, who is a reseller of used games. And so I found it when they had a pretty good deal, nice little dip in the price.
How can people find this if they want to
Yeah, if you look on Board Game Geek, there's the Geek Market that shows like places where people are selling it. Right now it is very expensive from like a few set resellers, but if you look at the price graph, it drops like every quarter.
All right, so that's some of the rarest games on our shelf. I'm sure there will be more to come, so we'll have to do an update as we get more rare games hopefully in the future. But let us know down below, what do you consider your rarest games on your shelf? I'd like to know. Do you have similar ones on our list, or do you have your own special games? Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, make sure to like and subscribe and hit that notification bell so you know whenever we put out a new video. And we'll see you next time.
Happy playing!